In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use price action rules to help us navigate the market and identify high probability setups. So as a price action trader, the very first step that I need to do is to analyze the pre-market structure. And I can see that the structure is very easy to trade because this is the beginning of today's session and we basically started straight into an uptrend. And this is one of the best structures that we have. No conflicting variables. We are not part of any trading range, no nothing. So every single time you have trend straight from the beginning of the session, this gives you really confidence that the structure is going to be easy to trade because the only thing you're focusing on is this uptrend and you're only thinking about reasons to go long. So initially, I'm playing this steeper channel. We have massive tail at the bottom, which a lot of times makes it hard to find a good channel because you can really make early channel with the break ending extreme. This is why I'm trying to put the start of my channel somewhere in the middle, make the channel fit okay. The reason why I'm still playing the channel in play because it fits the overall structure. It looks like a one push working higher. We can't even touch the EMA. It fits the 10K chart, and also I'm looking at the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq also looks like the uptrend is still in play. So for this reason, I'm drawing channel wider. Okay, I have a new high, first entry long, pullback, and I have second entry long. Now, not only I have the main channel, I also like drawing the secondary spike and a channel pattern simply because bullish bias is too strong, EMA is holding every time, and now we have very broad two-legged pullback. Notice how broad these two legs down are. It's completely negating any wider downtrend like this. This is too wide, this is too sideways. So you have broad two-legged pullback, downtrend played out, and you have one bounce, second bounce, and you have third bounce right here. So this right here is actually second entry long combined with the triple test. Very strong tier 1 signal bar, managed to close back above the EMA. Uptrend needs new high, and this is great high probability setup to start the day with. Second entry long, triple test, two broad legs down, support is holding, and the bias is very, very bullish. You actually also had high low, but the initial signal bar is this bad bearish doji. You definitely cannot go long here. I mean, technically you can consider double bar entry, placing your stop loss here and waiting for this bar to get a trigger, but you're also buying a little bit closer to these highs. I have to mark it more aggressive. Double bar entry can be considered, but it's a little bit more aggressive here. Breaking new high, uptrend played out. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, looking to go long. Now the bias is still quite bullish, so I was thinking there can be some wider channel, but I still need strong push above EMA to see that the buyers are back in the market, and that's not happening. I have broad two legs down, downtrend played out. I'm still mainly thinking bullish simply because it doesn't look like there's going to be bearish reversal because I already have one leg down, break second leg down. But I need to see the push above EMA. That's the sign that the buyers are back in the market, and we actually have some small support here holding, so you can see some depletion looking like bottoming pattern, two legs down, downtrend played out, and instead of market creating major lower lows, you're basically going sideways. This is a good sign that the bears are getting trapped here, the buyers are stepping in, otherwise the market would be trending lower. But you have sideways price action, you have static support, so buyers are entering the market, especially after breaking a low. And we actually have here felt second entry short. Okay, we have push above EMA, and once again you can zoom out and you can see, okay, main bias was bullish. There is no reversal because you already have two legs down with breaking low, so I can draw wide the channel. Problem is, this felt second entry short. Bar was really bad. It was doji like this. It has one tick bullish body, but still massive tail at the top indicating selling pressure. I don't think we can go short here even though context is solid. This is such a weak bar. You can technically consider double bar entry again using this secondary bar here, but it's not ideal because the channel is a little bit wide and you're going along into these highs. But I mean, it's a decent way to trade this. Just once again, a little bit more advanced, a little bit more aggressive, but it's okay. Felt second entry short. You're going to use double bar entry. It made the scalp. Now you have overshoot, and now market push down even more. So in hindsight, I'm going to draw a wider channel like this. Even the downtrend played out. I don't think we can take a short here right into these lows after potential wider downtrend just played out. It still ended up working, but seems way too aggressive. In fact, I can once again work with this important price level, and the buyers are still stepping in. Notice how broad this break is. Downtrend, broad break, push to new low. So once again, you have to ask yourself, is this looking like a downtrend? It's not. Really going sideways at the bottom here. Buyers are really stepping in around this 69.30 area, 32 area. So once I see this decisive pushback above EMA, I'm back to thinking bullish. There is no bearish reason whatsoever. So I want to see right now second entry long at the EMA. I have micro double top, can reset, so new high, first entry long only. I really needed second entry long. That didn't happen. Small break, new high. So I'm gonna pause, looking to go long. So no good way for me to go long here. Okay, market keeps trending higher and keeps trending higher again. So all uptrends played out, but I can see price action working higher and working higher. So because I have a lot of bars here that are working higher, a lot of price swings, and this tiny channel cannot take into consideration this entire price movement, naturally I'm interested in drawing bigger uptrend like this, because I have one swing right here at the bottom, I have second swing right here. I'm going to connect them. It fits pretty well off of these highs, one swing here, even here, here and here, but I have overshoot. And overshoot means we broke the trend channel line. The market was overbought for a brief moment. This is how we can recognize that something is overbought or oversold as a price action traders. We don't need no indicators. We can just read the pure price movement, and based on the candlesticks, we can identify if the market is overbought or oversold. That's the beauty of being price action trader. You get insights, how to read these details and the intentions of the market participants. So because we have overshoot, we can have stronger pullback. You have some visual 2x down, but this is an inside bar and it didn't even trigger. So especially after overshoot, simply no way. You have overshoot, you have inside bar and didn't even trigger. So there is no entry here. Okay, market corrected. And now we have equal break of overshoot, very, very common. Okay, so overshoot played out because overshoot led to a break. Market is back in the balance, in the equilibrium. And now I expect new high to be tested. But because I had the overshoot, I would like to see something like this. I would like to see new high, first entry long, mini pullback, second entry long. Number one, this bar also didn't get a trigger. So I definitely need to see that second entry long now. Can I get it? No, and market just created break and pushed to new high. So unfortunately, no way to enter, but it's still important for you to understand what to expect. When you have overshoot, you have the break and you expect new high. Okay, uptrend played out with the break, push to new high, and market keeps trending higher and keeps trending higher. This massive push higher after initial breaking new high is once again making me question the presence of buyers. It looks like there is a different channel because this push phase and this one are simply a little bit too strong. So if I'm going to draw a channel like this, I'm skipping a lot of early swings, but I like drawing channels something like this, to have this swing right here, this swing right here. Okay, this looks decent. Okay, we have a second entry long, but you have no room to scalp out here. And now you have sort of like a triple test, which is decent trade to consider. I actually took deep limit order on this second entry long, but this is not a great trade. I'm going to mark it. I took very deep limit order, so the risk was super tiny. It was a 2-legged pullback to the EMA, but I'm going long at the very top of the move. This is why I use limit order. But the problem is, notice it first already broke these highs and then retraced. So that's a good sign. You shouldn't do retracement entry. Once again, trading is about taking a risk, so I took a smaller risk. But you can see it's too far at the very top of the move while the market is very slow. And it already traded here, broke these highs right here, and reversed down. So there's no retracement, rather new correction. But this is a tempting trade. I didn't take this trade because I was done after the day. But if I didn't take this trade, I would definitely consider taking this trade. You're buying at the bottom, and this would have ended up being a losing trade. But no problem. I still think this is a decent trade. Such a small risk. The risk is only 1.25. Yeah, triple test. Decent trade to consider, especially when you have such a tiny risk. Trading is about taking a risk. You have push above EMA. Now expect new high, but it's getting way too late. Market actually created push to new high with both high, low, and a failed second entry short, but we can't really take it because it's simply way too late at this point. Market is about to close now. So this is the overall structure for today. It ended up being just only uptrend day. Not that many great trades around this area. You would expect much more trades. You can still find a few decent trades, but overall fairly decent structure to navigate. It's just a shame we didn't get as many good trades when the structure is this clear, because pretty much the only thing you're focusing on is buying, and there's almost no worry about the bearish pressure in a structure like this. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.